Bhagavan starts off, even though Arjuna has got nothing to ask, he's quite enthralled by the theme of the 8th chapter, that he's probably still trying to digest it, and Krishna, giving a pause, says, now let me get to, if you think you know it already, let me tell you there is more to know. Because after you learn this is Vedanta, you finally say, I mean, what is there? I know already. Gita means do your action without attachment, that's all. But how to do it is the entire Gita. Why to do it is the entire Gita. But I know that much. What is the truth? Atma is Brahman. Jagat is Nitya. What else is there to know? Again and again we are going to hear the same thing only. But Krishna thinks that if you think you already know it, wait, there is more to know. And what is more to know? Bhagavan says,
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha Atadnavamodhyayaha Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogaha Shri Bhagavanuvacha Idam Tute Guhyatamam.
please repeat after them.
Idam Tute Guhyatamam.
Idam tute guhyatamam
Pravakshyamyanasuyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam
jnanam vijnana sahitam
Yajñātvā mokṣyase shubhāt.
Two means Bhagavan again brings the subject back. Indeed. Te anasuyave. You, O Arjuna, who is anasuya. Asuya means who's got this asuri buddhi. Asuri buddhi means even in good things, because of their contaminated mind, there are people who wherever they go, they will find only faults. Critical people, you call them. Everywhere, in everyone, they find faults. Now, there is good and bad everywhere, there is no doubt. But they know how to find the bad and find nothing good. And worse is, they see good also as bad. Bhagavan addresses Arjuna, and through Arjuna, even Arjuna is much more than being anasuya. He is much more than that. But to point out to us that nobody is barred from this knowledge. We ourselves, when we start criticizing something which is good. Arey, what are you all going for? Oh, 2 months you're going for this Gita talks. Yeah. What is there? What is there in that? This is all a myth. Such people, there is no hope. Or Vedantic rishis didn't want people just to come with faith. There would be people, even if you're a skeptic. Yeah. If you don't know anything, don't criticize. That's all. After you've known it and you still find it's not useful to you, fine. But without knowing it, criticizing it, it's only showing one's foolishness. So far, Arjuna has not criticized this knowledge and said, like even simply think, all this is very nice but not practical. If it was not practical, it would not be taught to us. You see how in subtle ways, all of us in our own subconscious mind have already, even though we call ourselves devotees, have criticized it. All this we know, but the fact that you have continued to pay attention, Arjuna, you have not criticized it. You have not rejected it. Therefore, to you, O Arjuna, Pravakshami. I shall once again not just tell, but very well explain this Guhyatamam. Not only secret, but not only a great secret, the greatest of all secrets. And why is it called the greatest of all secrets? Idam tute Guhyatamam pravaksham anasuyave. I am going to reveal to you a great secret, no, the greatest of all secrets. Now, what is the greatest of secrets? Secret is that which is not commonly known. That which is not commonly known is called as the secret. A great secret is that it is effectively hidden from the people. But the greatest secret is that even if it is lying in front of you, even if it is told to you, you will not know it. In Vedanta, of course, it is knowing that which cannot be known by any equipment. So even after realizing it, it remains a secret only because none of the equipments can describe it. Therefore, it is the greatest of secrets. Now when I say, see, you heard who Swami Swaroopananda is it not? Yeah? Now it is no longer a secret. Yeah? But there are other things about me you don't know. Now you say, what? That's not made public. What? That I am a man, that's very obvious, is it not? But being a man, I have a tail. I am not showing you, okay? This is how Gurudev used to explain. I have a tail. Now that I have told you I have a tail, oh God, with this total social media, must be a very special Swami, because unlike other Swamis, he has a tail. I mean, you have to have a horn or a tail or a jata to be a great Swami, is it not? Yeah. So has a tail. Now when I have told you, it is no longer a secret. And tell one person also, it never remains a, I don't really have a tail. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. I can be very convincing, but there are certain things you should be convinced of, certain things not. I remember Gurudev used to give this in an example that in my dream, my Californian wife. People never heard the dream. They were more curious about the Californian wife. And people have come up to me and said, I mean, this is really a great Swami. He's got a Californian wife. He must be having a Russian wife also. I said, are you gone mad? But see how people become. What I'm saying is, it is no longer then a secret that at least in my dream I had a Californian wife. But that is a secret even after revealing it. It does not become an object of your experience. Not that it is not realizable, but it does not become an object of your experience. This is so beautifully, it's so poetically, so romantically pointed out in the Ramayana that when Sitaji's friend or maid spots Ramchandraji for the first time in the garden of flowers, when she comes back, all the girls, including Sitaji, can see on her face that she has experienced something wonderful. So they ask her and she says, I saw the prince. Because there was already gossip. I mean, the fastest way of communication is not telefax, not television, not telephone, but tell a woman. It's a compliment, please. Okay. So news had spread that these handsome princes have come because every other woman in the city had seen them. But Sitaji and all who were staying in the palace had not seen. So she sees that. And when they tell her, tell us, how does he go? Girls go, how handsome is he? Tell. She says, Gira anayan nayan binu bani. Eyes which I've seen are without speech to communicate. And speech which can communicate does not have eyes. Therefore, it remains guhyatamam. Pravaksham anasuyave. Jnanam vijnana sahitam. I shall explain to you the clear knowledge of it. Vijnana means I shall point out to you the means of how to contemplate and realize it. This Gyan Vigyan has been explained in many different ways, but not only I will give you a theory, but also show you how to realize it. Acha, come on, but why? What is the purpose? Because yat jnatva moksha se ashubhat. That knowing which you shall be liberated. Now, even the word liberation we use, moksha. When you ask anybody what's moksha, to be free from birth and death. But nobody wants to be free from birth and death. But people have come up to me, if that's moksha, I don't want, because I want to be born again. But is there anyone here who does not want freedom from sorrow? Freedom from difficulties? And the cause of our sorrow is our own confusions, our own moha. You shall be freed of your confusion. You will be freed of your sorrows. You will be freed of your limitation. And Ashubhat means soon. Also Ashubhat means you shall be free from all Ashubha. Moksha se Ashubhat. That anything that you consider as inauspicious in your life. Sorrow is inauspicious. Failure is in. Agitations of mind is. So moksha se ashubha. You shall be free from everything that is ashubha. Actually, nothing will remain ashubha for you. Everything will be shubham. So moksha se ashubha. You shall be freed from all calamities, all difficulties, all sorrows, all agitation. Is it not desirable to us? And this context Gurudev had told us. He said, when he was taking the 9th chapter of the Gita for us, he said, it is not that we have not done sadhana, not lived a good life, and we have not, to some extent purified our minds. That much we have to give compliment, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Is it not? But that mumukshatva, to understand what is moksha and to know that helplessly, knowingly or unknowingly, all our struggles, even though in the wrong method and wrong direction, is to attain moksha only. One who knows and recognizes that becomes a mumukshu. And only a mumukshu has that drive that I have to reach this goal. And without that drive, and therefore a mukshu must know that I will be freed from all sorrows, ashubha, from all inauspiciousness. Having said that, now to glorify this knowledge so that we have the desire for it. We have a passion for it. In the seat of meditation, if we sit like, it's one of those routines that we have to do, then without that enthusiasm, without that drive, even our spiritual practices are just a mundane. And today we are so fed up with mundane. It just becomes a mundane routine. Our sadhanas, puja, japa, tapa, fasting becomes a mundane routine. It does not have that drive. We start off anything with great enthusiasm. But to maintain that enthusiasm, it is that mumukshatvam, and to know that what we are going to attain is something which is supreme most.